I want to talk about the mystery as to why we were never meant to see our own faces. Have you ever wondered why we can see everything around us but never our faces? There is a very deep reason as to why we were never meant to see our own faces. Have you ever wondered why you can see everything around you? You can see people, you can see things, but you can never see your own face. And even if we try hard enough to see our own faces, we can only have a sneak peek of our nose. And so we rely on reflections such as mirrors, water, just to have an idea of how we look like. We rely on other people telling us how we look like. But for us, our eyes can never turn to itself to see how we look like. And there is a very deep reason to this, because have you also ever wondered why you keep having different images of your own self? Today you buy a mirror and you look like your face is being stretched, right? There's those mirrors that really stretch your face. There's the mirrors that are narrow. Again, even when you're taking photos with your phone or video, haven't you ever wondered why you keep on getting different images? Like maybe under conditions like lighting, like angles, you just keep getting different images. And even on phones, one phone is not giving you the same image as another phone. One mirror is not giving you the same image as another mirror. And even with people, somebody can see you as beautiful, another person can call you ugly. So we have very different versions of ourselves. And by the way, I used to wonder a lot why when I'm using the front camera of a phone, I'm looking different. When I'm using the back camera, I'm looking different. When I look at myself in the mirror, maybe in a restaurant or in a hotel, I look different. When I look at myself in the mirror in my home, I look different. So I keep getting different versions of myself. Even when I'm taking photos, some photos I'm looking nice, some photos I'm looking so bad. Like now, I used to wonder which is the real version of me. So which is the real me? Because if my image keeps changing, according to situations, according maybe to lighting, according to angles, according to environment. If my image keeps changing all the time, then how am I sure which is the real image of myself? How am I sure that all these images that keep changing are the real me? And the main reason why these images keep changing all the time is because that's not the real you. That's not the real you. The real you cannot be reflected using a mirror because the real you is not an object. The real you is not an object. And the real you cannot be captured by a camera. It's too big to be captured by a camera. Because the real you is never an object. I saw this very funny trend where there was this mirror that makes you look slim. So in malls and in other shopping places, they used to put it there so that when you go there, stand, you see yourself looking all slim and you feel good about yourself. And they used to use this trick a lot, in the shopping malls. But now this further explains that all these things we're depending on, the mirrors, the phones, the water to see ourselves, that is just a distorted version of the real you. Because the real you cannot be captured by a phone, cannot be reflected by a mirror, is larger than what any physical item can capture. Have you ever tried to stare at the mirror? Just try to stare deep inside your eyes. Stare at yourself for far too long, Like don't even, mostly when we are looking ourselves in the mirror, we are like trying to adjust things in the face. Maybe you're distracted by all this, but try to stare straight into your eyes in the mirror for far too long. See how uncomfortable and overwhelming it gets, because now you're being confronted by the fact that that was never the real you. And if you stare long enough, your face will start to change, and sometimes you can even see like your face is kind of melting or kind of starting to distort. And when you continue looking and staring long enough, you will see this illusion breaking down in front of your own eyes, because this what we see like this is us, this is not the real us. The real us is the silent watcher that is behind the eyes, who is constantly watching and observing. The real you is larger than this body, larger than this mind, larger than everything else in this universe.